Rain-slicked streets reflected the neon blur of the city, a mess of color and shadow. Cass Ryder stepped out of the alley, her hood up, her hands in the pockets of her black coat. No one looked twice at her, just another shadow in a city built on secrets. But in her ear, a voice purred. "Kill Order 0 has been activated. Target data incoming." Cass froze in mid-step. 0 wasn't a standard contract, it was a death sentence. Not for her target, for her. Her smart lenses flashed, overlaying a profile. Target, Eli Ryder. Her brother. Cass's throat tightened. "You've got the wrong—" "No mistake," the voice interrupted. "We have him. You have 48 hours to eliminate Director Halverson. Send proof, he walks free. Fail." The sentence trailed off, but Cass heard the click of a safety in the background. She kept moving. People who stopped in this city died in puddles. Halverson's locked inside the Omega Tower, triple biometric security, private militia, AI countermeasures. "That's why we chose you." The voice was silk over razors. "You're the only one who can do it. Tick-tock, Cass." Inside her safe house, Cass ripped the earpiece out and threw it. She ran a hand over her shaved scalp, heart hammering. Her brother wasn't a saint. He'd skimmed from syndicates before, but he was the last piece of family she had left. She pulled up her wall of intel, projected feeds, encrypted folders, redacted files. The Omega Tower filled the screen, a 312-story corporate fortress. Halverson wasn't just any exec. He was the architect of the Sentinel AI, a surveillance system that could predict crimes before they happened. And he was untouchable. Cass's fingers flew, the tower's defenses read like a dare. 3 overlapping security systems, biometric gate, retina plus DNA scan. PhaseNet drone patrols, AI-piloted heat and motion tracking. Private Guard Corps, ex-military, shoot to kill. No one had breached Omega Tower in a decade. Her comm pinged. Unknown sender, 47 minutes, 12 seconds. They were counting down. Cass worked her network fast, burner calls to old contacts, darknet drops, a safecracker named Rook, a drone pilot named Zaya, a hacker known only as Splice. They met in a windowless back room above a ramen joint. Steam hissed from the kitchen below, mixing with the stink of soy and old oil. "You want Halverson in 48 hours?" Splice said, tapping their chipped nail against a battered laptop. "He doesn't leave the tower. We'd need an inside badge, AI blind spots, and a suicide wish." "Not suicide," Cass said. "Precision." Rook chuckled, lighting a cigarette. "You're insane." "Eli's on the line." Her voice cut like glass. That shut them up. The plan came together like a razor trap. Splice would spoof the tower's drone patrols for a 90-second window. Zia would fly Cass in through the vent shafts, illegal Atmo bikes built for blackout operations. Rook would have a forged DNA stamp waiting at the biometric gate. It was insane. It might even work. At 2:13 a.m. they launched. Zia's bike screamed through the night, skimming skyscraper edges, dodging digital ghost nets designed to trap intruders. The Omega Tower rose ahead, blacker than the sky, its windows like cold eyes. Splice's voice crackled in Cass's ear. "Drone patrols looping in 3, 2... They shot through a gap the size of a coffin lid into the vent shaft. Cass felt the thrum of the tower's heart, servers and security systems humming like a predator asleep. Then, a flash of red light, sirens. Zia swore. "We're burned." Static roared in Cass's ear as the shaft sealed behind them. An automated voice echoed, "Intruder detected, lockdown initiated." Cass drew her pistol. "Zia, get out! Now! You won't make it. Now!" The bike reversed in a blur, barely slipping out before the shaft sealed tight. Cass was alone. A cold voice came over the tower intercom. "Miss Ryder, I was wondering when you'd try." "Halverson." Cass froze in the dark vent, the metal walls thrumming with power. "How do you know me?" she called, voice low but steady. "I built Sentinel to see you," Halverson said. "Your brother was leverage. You've already failed. Do you know why?" A sharp click in her ear. Her comm auto-activated. Eli's voice, muffled and weak. "Cass, don't—" A gasp, a muffled cry. Then silence. Halverson's voice slid back in. "Because you're inside my tower and every path you take leads to me, on my terms." Cass's breathing slowed. Panic wouldn't help. She studied the vent. Infrared trip beams crisscrossed ahead. She had 30 seconds before the tower's AI sent drones. She crawled backwards into a maintenance drop, landing in a narrow service hall. White light blazed overhead. Cameras tracked her every step. She ignored them. She wanted Halverson to see her coming. She passed through the first biometric gate. Rook's forged DNA stamp worked like magic. A dull buzz, and the door slid open. "Cute trick," Halverson said, "but you'll never reach me before my drones do." The first drone appeared, hovering silent but for the faint hum of rotors. It scanned her with a lance of blue light. Cass dropped to one knee, fired once, EMP round. The drone's lights died as it crashed to the marble. More came. She ran, sliding across the polished floor, shooting in rapid, precise bursts. Each shot counted, no misses, but they kept coming. She reached a glass-walled elevator, jammed her blade into the seam, and pried it open. She climbed the cables 2 stories before the car beneath shot upward like a bullet. She leapt, rolled onto a steel ledge, breathing hard. The door in front of her bore a glowing label, executive level, authorized access only. Inside, Halverson waited, surrounded by holodisplays, Sentinel's predictive maps swirling around him. "You could have been more than a killer," he said. "Work for me, and Eli lives." Cass stepped forward, pistol steady. "I'm not negotiating." Halverson smiled. "I know. That's why Eli's already dead." The words hit like a gut punch. Cass's vision tunneled, rage drowning thought. She fired. Halverson ducked, the round shattering a display. The floor panels lit up beneath her, red, blue, green. She realized too late. Patterned tiles, pressure mines. The explosion threw her backward, glass and light and pain swallowing her. When she opened her eyes, alarms blared. Smoke, blood, no Halverson, only a single object on the floor, Eli's dog tag. Her comm crackled. The silk voice returned. "Phase 1 complete, Miss Ryder. Now, on to the real target." The line went dead. Cass tightened her grip on the tag, tasting blood. She wasn't done, not by a long shot.